Let me pull it up. Yes, no, maybe.
Yes. Yes is always the correct answer.
Always the correct answer, huh?
Always.
All right, well, with that, welcome everyone to the Brandon and Ryan Hour. I am Brandon.
And I'm Ryan. And today we are talking about the 2009 masterpiece of a movie called V for Vendetta.
2000 what?
2009.
Negative, sir.
What do you mean, negative? Are you sure? Did I completely get that wrong?
Hey, you completely got that wrong.
I'm not sure if I did or not. I don't believe you.
I mean, that's what this. I'm reading it right here.
Okay.
You
Anyway.
expect me to trust you over the internet? You think the internet would lie to me?
Okay, no, it does say 2005. I guess I just can't read. All right.
Or
Well,
is it? Was it Mandela effect?
it could be. All right. So yeah, 2005 masterpiece known as V for Vendetta that has Hugo
Yeah.
Weaving and Natalie Portman in it.
Does it have Hugo Weaving?
I sure hope so. Otherwise, I'm just gonna quit.
uh, it does have Hugo Weaving. Yes. So it it is almost November, and it is tradition around these parts that one must watch V for Vendetta on or around November 5th, because remember the 5th of November, gunpowder, treason, and plot. And with that, I will be putting on my mask.
And I will be annoyed.
I will not be wearing this the whole time because it is hard to see out of it. I don't know how you can fight in this thing. And it's not bulletproof.
It is not. You are correct. Ideas are bulletproof, though.
Yes. Uh-huh. So, anyway, okay, yeah. So, how many times do you think you've seen this movie? It's been a while. It's probably been a couple years since I've seen it, I think. I think I've missed a couple years
What?
of tradition.
Well, you and
Yeah, I
I
don't know.
are gonna have some words after this.
I mean, we're having words now.
We're gonna have angry words after this. How many times have I seen this movie?
It's been a lot,
I
right?
have no idea. I literally watch it every single year.
Yeah. Um, okay. There's
And
a
it's
lot going on with this movie too.
okay.
Um, as far as like, I don't know, ideas and plots and character development. So why don't you go ahead and tell me what your thoughts are on this?
My thoughts are that this is a fantastic movie.
No, would you say it's a masterpiece?
I would say it's a masterpiece. Um, one, Hugo Weaving's voice as V is fantastic, and the physicality that gets brought to that role is astounding as well. Like you can just tell that emotions just through body language, how he moves his body, a tilt of the head, slight turn. It's
The
just
hand gestures.
yeah, it's just phenomenal
Yeah.
what they can accomplish without any facial movements at all.
You see him 0 times in the movie,
Yep, which is really nice.
which doesn't happen very often,
Yeah,
where you don't see the main character at all.
yeah, you don't see the actor doing the character at all. Unlike
Yeah.
Marvel movies now, where in the middle of a freaking fight, they just take their helmet off to talk, which is annoying as all get out. Because no superhero should do that.
Yeah, don't. So
But
annoying.
it's
How many
really
times did
nice
Darth Vader take his helmet off? Uh,
once.
to die, that was
Yeah,
it.
that was it. Just one time.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, in this one, mask never comes off, and it's a rarity in Hollywood films. Um,
Now, anyway.
yeah. I mean, you also had the one Judge Dredd movie with what, Carl Urban? I think that was Judge Dredd.
Yeah, but that's a helmet though.
Yeah, but he
It's
doesn't
just a
take it
helmet.
off either. So
Yeah,
those
but
are the only two
okay.
superhero or comic book movies that I can think of where the mask doesn't come off at all.
Blade never takes his mask off.
Blade doesn't have a mask. But anyway,
Yeah.
it's nice that they kept true to the character. You don't actually see the person's face behind the mask.
Mhm.
I thought Natalie Portman did a great job. Basically, all of the acting in this movie is phenomenal. I don't think there's a weak performance at all.
No, I don't think so.
The action is
Yeah.
good. The few times where there is levity or humor, it hits. So there's
Yeah.
nothing that I can complain about this movie for.
I completely agree. And something I like about the movie is that it's not time bound. You don't have to be in a specific time for this movie to be enjoyable or relatable as far as like the themes and elements of the story go.
Okay.
Um, and I guess like this last time I watched it, it was a little different. I guess I mean it's a completely different world from when it first came out 18 years ago. So a lot's changed. So just kind of like seeing how, you know, the themes and the ideas of the movie still hold true,
Mm-hmm.
and how that can translate into the modern world. It's good stuff. Um, we could talk about the political stuff all day long,
Mm-hmm.
but we don't have that much time. Do we?
I don't know.
No.
It's up to you. Whatever you
Is
want
it
to
up
talk
to me?
about, we can talk about.
Oh, okay. Um. Shoot. Oh, did we announce that there were going to be spoilers? Because
No, but it's a 18-year-old movie, so
oh, okay.
hey,
So
if
we
you
don't
guys
care
haven't
if
seen
people.
it, we don't care if you get spoiled or not. So deal with that.
uh. Um. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. It's just it's a lot going on in this movie. Um. Shoot.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in the movie. Where do you want to start?
Exactly. Um. So okay. So as far as the story goes, the relationship between V and Evie, um, is kind of not strange, but like it's a little crazy
Okay.
if you're just looking at it. It's kind of, you know, Stockholm syndrome. Um, like he rescues her from those two creep guys, and then
From what?
the two creeper guys at the beginning of the
It
movie.
was not two, but okay.
Yeah,
No, there were
there
more
were
than
two
two.
guys.
There were three guys.
I thought
Two
there
of
was
them
only. I
had
was thinking.
speaking parts. One of them just ran at him, didn't say anything. There were three of them.
Oh, okay, whatever. Yeah, there's only two guys that were talking. I guess I didn't. I don't know.
There were actually three of them, though.
Whatever. Who cares?
Me,
The weird,
because
creepy guys at the beginning of the movie,
the
regardless of count.
the fingermen who were doing their
Yeah.
job.
So he rescues her, right? That's whatever. And then he's like, which is one of the best. Would you call it a soliloquy?
Yeah, I
I
think
don't know.
so. I think that qualifies.
where he introduces himself and like proceeds to speak in only words that start with V.
Well, the majority of the words start with V.
Yeah, like most of the words in that whole spiel were V words. Anyway,
Mm-hmm.
it's one of my favorite, I guess, parts of the movie and like lines of dialogue from any movie
Uh-huh.
because it's hilarious. It's hilarious. It's like overly smart on purpose. They're
All
like, we
right.
don't care if you know what these words are. You probably don't even know what some of them are because we had to go dig through a dictionary to find a whole bunch of V words to
Uh-huh.
make this make sense. Um, but yeah, I just really like that. Um, part of the movie. But it's strange, like I don't know how she gets wrapped into everything. Kind of like he's just like, well, she's here, so I might as well.
Yeah. Because, I mean, she
Haven't
was there.
talked to
She,
anybody in a long time.
yeah. Because, like, she got knocked out because she was trying to get the police officer, or get him away from the police officer by disabling him. And he's like,
Oh,
well, I
but
guess I
yeah,
should help her now.
I just meant
Oh,
even at the
at the
beginning
very
where he's
beginning?
like, "Hey, you want to come watch me blow this building up?"
I mean, that's not what he said, but yes, that was
Right,
his
but that's what
intent.
happened.
Right.
Yeah. Um, and then yeah, and then she for some reason maces that guy and gets knocked out and then he's like, "Should I take her? Should I leave her? Kidnap her? Don't kidnap her? What do we do here?" Then he kidnaps her and then
Mm-hmm.
he uses her credentials to go kill that one guy.
Kill the voice of London. Yep.
Like I wish we would have got more scenes with the voice of London cuz like I don't know. His stuff was good. What's that guy's name?
Who, the actor or the character?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
actor.
Roger Allman. Allam.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's a good actor,
Yeah, he is.
and he was just I don't know, really selling that part. Um, yeah, so it would have been cool. I don't know, nice to have more scenes with him. Um, but whatever. Him killing him was cool too. Yeah, so it was just a weird relationship where he's like, you want to come see me blow some stuff up? And you saved my life. Now I'm gonna kidnap you."
Yeah. And you can't
And
leave
then,
here for a year.
well, no, like that was the first kidnapping. Then he let her go, and
Well,
then
she
she gets
escaped. He didn't let her go.
she
She
didn't
escaped.
escape.
Yes, she did. She 100% escaped.
How did she escape? She's
She
like, "I want to leave," and he's like, "Okay." And then she went to the other guy's house.
No, she that was not when she asked to go. She said I want to help you. And then we had the scene with the bishop and her, and then she runs off and escapes.
Oh, okay, that's what you're talking about as escapes.
Yeah. She
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
escaped.
Okay, I got you. I got you.
And then she goes to Dietrich's house.
Escapes.
She did
I
escape.
mean, he knew where she was.
I mean, yes, obviously.
Yeah. So she went to Dietrich's, and um, then he kidnaps her for real,
Yeah, for real, for real.
and proceeds to torture her for better part of a year.
No, I think it
What do
was
you mean,
only a
no?
couple months. I wouldn't say a better part of a year. Because the entire movie only takes place over a year.
Right.
Okay.
How long was she gone?
What do you mean? How long was she gone?
How long was she at Dietrich's? I didn't think she was there that long.
I mean, I'd say that was only a couple weeks, but I think,
Oh, well, I guess he does the torturing and then he lets her go and then she goes off and
yeah.
like yeah. Okay, okay, okay.
So I mean, at most the torture
Quite
was
some time. We
two,
don't know
three
how long.
months. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I guess we really don't know because he didn't. It could have been a month. Could have been 6 months. It's yeah. I guess we really don't know. Still crazy though. And then afterwards, she's like, "Yeah, I'm free now because you've tortured me, and I no longer care if I live or die.
Uh huh.
So
Yep.
that makes me free."
Yeah. Exactly. I mean, that's how it works.
Yes. I don't know. I don't know if torture always works that way. Might have got lucky. Especially like getting like hosed off and cold and eating all,
Nasty
Yeah.
food, getting your head shaved. Yep.
Yeah. That would suck. I'd be so mad. I'd be
All
so
right.
mad. Especially because the whole point was for her to like not get tortured by the actual bad guys.
Mm-hmm.
And then he proceeds to torture her anyway.
Yeah, but I mean, they would have killed her. He was just doing it to show her inner strength or something.
Yeah, but he could have like not tortured her also and been like, "Hey, I just saved your life from those super bad guys. So,
Yeah,
want to
but
help me out?"
the whole thing was she learned who she was because she went through the torture process.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that was the entire point. If you miss that, then you're dumb.
I mean, I got it,
Okay.
but I feel like I know who I am and I've never been tortured for 6 months.
Okay.
Like I feel like there's other ways to know what you're made of and who you are than getting tortured.
Yeah, but she obviously didn't because she'd been brainwashed since she was a teenager.
She was smart though. There's a lot of people in the I think a lot of people in the movie were willfully ignorant
Okay.
and they were just going along to get along because the government was doing a very good job of controlling everything.
Yeah.
Um, and like things like this movie, like they're warnings, mostly warnings for everybody. But then some people are like, "Oh, hey, those are good ideas. I should start doing that." It's like, no, moron.
Yeah. You completely missed the entire point of
Yeah,
the movie.
completely missed it. We're gonna kill you if you do the things in the movie you're not supposed to do. Like all the bad guys die.
Mm-hmm.
But they still try to do it. It's really freaking annoying.
It's because people are stupid.
Yeah. Did Okay, so this is based on a comic book. Did you ever read the comics?
I did not.
Okay. I didn't
Never.
either.
And it's a graphic novel, so it's not comic books. It's just
Excuse me.
one long story
Pardon
that they
me.
made.
Yeah, yeah. I've always wondered like how true a lot of the I guess facts of the story are.
So from what I've heard, and this is just what I've heard from interviews and stuff, is it was fairly accurate. The big thing that was changed in the graphic novel, Evie, Natalie Portman's character, is a ditz, like an idiot. But
Mm,
when they got Natalie Portman, they were like, well, we got to make her smarter because it's Natalie Portman and she's not an idiot. So
okay. That's not exactly what I was talking about. I was talking about like the like in the movie,
okay,
like the facts that are put forth, like where, like the United States is in disarray and basically not a country anymore. The plagues and stuff going on in the rest of the world. Like, is that true, or are they like in a South or in a North Korea situation where
okay,
everything they're been told is a lie and
yeah,
they're just completely isolated from the world?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah, it's every time I watch the movie, I'm like, I would like to know.
Like what's propaganda and what actually happened in this world? Yeah.
Yeah, because unless they explicitly tell you that it's propaganda, like you're not sure if it's not propaganda.
Mm-hmm.
You assume it is because everything else is propaganda. But like usually, I guess, well, like there was a catalyst for what set off the global or the national takeover, right?
Mm-hmm.
The what was it? The creek something?
Three Waters.
Three Waters.
Yep, the water purification system and the disease that happened. Yep,
Yeah, that the government put forth.
released.
But yeah, but they blamed it on the United States or someone.
They blamed it on terrorists. They didn't say. They just said
That's right.
religious terrorists. They didn't
Yeah,
say
religious
like what
terrorists.
nation they came from.
Yeah. They blamed the United States for a lot of a lot of the social downfalls leading up to that.
Yes.
That's what they were doing.
Yep.
Um, but it's like you never really know if that's actually true or just propaganda. But it does seem kind of it's interesting, like, I guess they were all involved in the government in some way, and then they set up a conspiracy to
Seize
develop
power.
to seize power by developing a virus to kill a
Mm-hmm.
lot of people, and then the antidote to save everybody else, and then seize power during the um, what you call it? Um, my mind went blank. Whatever. Turmoil during the turmoil.
Okay.
um. Mm-mm-mm. So what else? What else do you like about the movie?
I liked the action was really good as well. Um, so you've got the TV news station fight, which was phenomenally done. When
Yeah.
he's just taking out what the 5 or 6 police that are there. I mean, it's
Yep.
short, but it's well done. Um, and then the infight between V and Creedy's men is great as well.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's a really great scene.
So
Especially the line. You know what I'm talking about. Say the line, Ryan.
when Creedy asks him, "Why won't you die?" Is that the line that you're referring to?
Maybe. What is the line?
Because, Mr. Creedy, underneath this mask, there's more than flesh and blood. There is an idea, and ideas are bulletproof.
Oh no, that's not the line. That's a good line.
It is a good line.
It's a good line. The line I was talking about is when Creedy is like, he's like, "We've got guns," and he's like, "No,
All
Mr.
you,
Creedy,
all you have
all you've got
is
is bullets."
bullets. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the hope that when your guns are empty, I'll no longer be alive. Because if I am, you'll all be dead before you've reloaded.
Yeah. And then they are.
No,
Like,
they are not. Creedy gets his reload completed. Then he fires off
yeah,
another 6 shots at him, and he says,
yeah.
"Die, die. Well, why won't you die?" And then the line that I said.
And then the line. Yeah. So he does get the reload. And so it seemed like his plan the whole time to not be alive at the end.
Yeah, that was completely. It was a suicide mission for him.
Yeah, that's a really long suicide mission. Uh so the knife stuff, super cool.
Yeah.
Did he use, I don't think he used a gun in the entire movie. And a chew.
No,
Sound
you're right.
effects.
He didn't
We need
use a
sound
gun at
effects.
all. No, we don't need sound effects. That's why I muted the microphone. So
Right,
you could
if you
continue
didn't
talking.
mute, you would blow it out. We just need a little like a little mouse sneeze or something.
But yeah, he didn't use knives, or he didn't use guns at all in the movie. He just beat
Okay.
people and stabbed them.
Yeah. I I guess I'd rather get smacked around with a knife than stabbed with a knife, but still, that would suck.
Yeah.
Um. Let's see. What else happened in the movie? A ton. What stands out to you most about, I guess, the plot?
Yeah, so I mean the entire movie is just a I would break it down to a story about authoritarianism versus freedom and why freedom is so important. So
Yeah.
I think that underlying plot is what sticks out the most to me is how important freedom is and how willing people are just to give it up.
Yeah.
And I don't
Yeah.
think I got that the first time I watched it. I think over the past couple years it's become much more clear how easy people are willing to give up their rights and their freedoms in the sake of security.
And safety.
Same
Yeah.
thing, security, safety. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. It one of the lines in the movie is the government should be afraid of the people.
Yeah. People should not fear the government. People, or the government should fear the people. Something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree. Um 100% that the only time you should fear your government is if you've, committed heinous crimes and the government is punishing you
Mm-hmm.
for those crimes. Um, but yeah, the government should always be afraid of the people.
Mm-hmm.
What's the quote? I always forget who said it. The scariest line in the English language is I'm from the government and
And
I'm
I'm
here
here
to
to
help.
help. Yep.
No thanks, bro. No thanks.
Nah, nah, I'm good, homie.
I don't need your help, man. I don't like, sir, you're missing your leg and your arm. I don't care. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'll walk it off.
Tis but a flesh wound.
Yes. Oh. Um. Speaking of which, the comedy is it's like subtle and dark at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
But it's I don't know. It's freaking hilarious. Um. And like how V gets a kick out of his own stuff. So like he's like having fun, like while he's also on a mission of vengeance
All right. Yeah.
and toppling, governments. But he's also, he's
Just a normal guy. Yeah.
yeah, he's a well-rounded person, except for the little bit of craziness. But like he's having fun, he's enjoying movies, he's cooking good meals and not just,
Good
eating
meals of food that he's stolen.
stole food,
Yeah.
right? Stole contraband food that was meant for
The
the prime
chancellor.
minister
Chancellor.
chancellor. That's what
Yep.
it was. Yeah. Um. Oh, that's one of my favorite scenes too. Is when um the TV show where they do the skit with the chancellor
Oh yeah. Okay.
and they used John Hurt, but they made it look like
Like it was
um
a mask or a weird makeup job.
weird makeup thing. Yeah, but it was clearly John Hurt
Yeah.
pretending to be John Hurt. Um, and Um, what movie am I thinking of
I don't know. You haven't
with
said
him in it?
anything about what movie you're thinking of, so
Oh, he was in Hellboy.
yeah, he was in Hellboy. He
Um,
was also in the fourth Indiana Jones movie.
oh yeah. He was the crazy guy.
Yep.
What am I?
Yeah, they had a whole lot of good actors in this movie.
Yeah. Um, man, I can't remember. Oh well, I was thinking of another movie that he was in, but I can't remember the name of it, or I think it's an older movie. Oh well, it doesn't matter. He's just a really good actor who's been doing it for what? What's this say? Since the '60s.
Okay.
His first credit here is in the '60s. Is he still alive? Dude
Uh,
is old.
I don't know. I haven't heard anything about him passing, so
Oh no, he died in 2017.
what? Well, way to just
Yep.
ruin the day. Thanks so much for that.
Well, he was like
He was getting up there in age.
77. He was only 77 when he died. So,
Okay.
um, anyway, um, oh, you think they should make another one with Evie as V?
No. I think the story is concluded,
Oh yeah,
and we don't need to know what happens from there.
yeah. Anything after that would be completely weird.
Yeah.
Unless they had a kid and it had powers.
They couldn't have had a kid. There was
I don't know.
no implication of a romantic relationship. Like towards the
You know
end,
how
she,
you know what movie studios do to
yeah,
ruin things.
that's dumb. That's a dumb
I know.
idea.
I agree.
Okay.
It would totally. Yeah, that would suck. I'd be so mad. Let's stop talking about it so nobody does it.
Okay. But no, I think this movie came out just at the right time as well, because I don't think you could make this movie today.
No, no, I don't think so either. Yeah. Um, if they try to make this, I feel like if they try to make a movie about these themes and topics, it would be reversed. Where, they would be like, "Oh, the government is good.
Yeah, for sure.
Our let's put down the revolt." Maybe is the reverse of this Star Wars?
No, because Star Wars is the exact same. It's the rebellion going
Well,
against
I
the
mean,
Empire.
like the Empire. I mean, they kind of started making it where you're like, "Oh, am I rooting for the Empire?" I don't know. Anyway, I'm not gonna talk about Star Wars or Disney because it's stupid now, and I
It
don't
is
care
stupid now. You
about
are
anything
correct.
past. Yeah, mostly just the first three, but whatever. Um, yeah, so it would be. It would. I mean, if they did make a revert or a movie like that now, they would make a movie, but it'd be like the Empire is great.
Yeah.
Let's all vote for the Chancellor. He got 100% of the votes. 105%, actually.
105%? I mean, that seems about right.
105% of the votes. Like, well, maybe we should stop cheating so much.
So
Just
much.
cheat a little bit.
Yep. I mean, you're not wrong.
Um. Uh, what's good about the movie, I think, is they also don't make it like overly broad. They bring it down to people.
Yep.
Um. It makes it much more relatable, which I guess was what V's point was when he was torturing Evie and giving her the notes from that dead lady.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's super relatable. And then you, um, at the end of the movie, when the thing is blowing up, um, Parliament,
Yeah.
um, when they take all the masks off and you see all the people that have died.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that like that's what wars and memorials are for, like to remember the dead and
Right.
why they died, not just
Not just that there was a war. Yeah.
yeah, it's not necessarily to glorify that person, but and you know, because like a lot of people are like, oh, why do we need a statue of so and so? We did all this bad stuff. It's not about that. Like everybody does things that are off color, especially over time.
Right.
Um, so, but in that moment, those people mattered because they,
Representing certain ideals.
yeah, and they had been killed for being free.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting. Uh, any other things you would like to cover, sir? We could talk about this movie all day.
We
And
could talk about it all day.
yeah,
I mean, I think it's a masterpiece of movie. Uh, we also didn't talk about like the cinematography of it. I thought it was
that's
incredibly
true.
well shot. Uh, it wasn't ever too dark, like lighting wise. Even in the scenes that were meant to be dark, you could still see what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of times nowadays, uh, to hide bad action, they just make it dark and everything shaky so you can't see what's going on. We don't get that in
Yeah.
this movie. You get the feeling.
Apparently they could only shoot in London between the hours of like midnight and 4 a.m.
Really? I did not know
Yeah,
this.
they could only do the street scenes, you know, and then they could only block traffic for really short amounts of time.
Okay,
It's
yeah,
like,
that makes sense.
I guess it is like a really, you know, important city to be blocking off Parliament to
Yeah.
to shoot a movie and have you know a whole bunch of people running around in Guy Fawkes masks and
Mm-hmm.
black capes.
But I mean, overall, I mean, my closing thoughts. It's a great movie. There's not anything that I can complain about. It's got a great message, great acting. The action is great. Yeah. So overall, this is one of my highest scoring movies. I'm going to give it a 9.2.
9.2. I wasn't even
Yes.
thinking about rating it.
I mean, that's kind of what we
Oh
do each time we do a movie review. We
yeah,
give
I
a
totally
rating.
forgot. I like this movie so much. I've never like I've watched it a million times. Never thought about giving it a rating. All right. I guess to be different and cooler than you, I'm gonna give it a 9.3.
Okay. All right.
Um, yeah. So what rate? What is this movie? Yeah, it's definitely rated R.
It's rated R.
Um, so if you haven't seen it, go watch this movie. It's fantastic, and
And you
um,
should absolutely watch it on November the 5th. That is the
sure
day.
on or around, because you know, depending on what time or day that is, you don't always remember. But remember the 5th of November.
There you
Gunpowder,
go.
treason, and plot. Excuse me. So with that, I guess that'll about wrap up the show. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us, and let us know what you guys think of the movie if you've seen it. Um, yeah, let us know what you think. If you haven't seen it, go freaking watch it. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
You will
Also,
not be disappointed.
be sure to hit that like button if you liked the movie and
Punch me, punch
subscribe if you really liked the movie.
punch. Oh, what else? Oh, uh, not just subscribe, but we're on Rumble and YouTube, and you can follow us on Twitter at BRH Reviews. And I guess that about wraps it up, and
Yep.
we'll probably see you guys next time.